Welcome to my classroom research presentation. I have conducted outline research entitled The Challenges of E-Learning During the COVID-19 Pandemic as Experienced by Education Hub Students. You may be wondering what my motivation was for undertaking this research, so allow me to introduce my objectives. The study aims to determine the challenges and obstacles confronted by ESL learners in our school during the switch to online learning. The study will also evaluate the learners' new experiences and also assess the feasibility of the virtual learning platform. The goal will be to identify the main problems that influence and impact online learning. My study results will show whether most Hub students are satisfied with their online learning experience and whether they could fulfill their expected progress in language learning and their general studies. This is the action research cycle, which is the process that I'm going to be following. So first of all, we identify our problem. So what is it that we're going to research? We then develop an action plan, which is followed by the collection of various types of data, which is then analysed and synthesised to form conclusions, and we then report our results. So the action research cycle is a process of inquiry, analysis, synthesis, and also reflection. My hypothesis. I anticipate that the study will show that online learning is a more flexible and practical proposition in the modern world than traditional face-to-face learning. The e-learning will advance primarily through the successful implementation of pedagogical innovation and updated teaching techniques and tools. And I believe my research will demonstrate the following assumptions. We'll have added flexibility and self-paced learning, better time management, increased self-motivation, a broader global perspective, refined critical thinking skills, and our students will develop new technical skills as well. The scope of the research. It will take place at Potter Sampan School for a period of 40 hours during the second semester. The population is 54 students, so we currently have 54 kids attending our hub program, from which I will take a sample of 7 students. So the total number of students studying in grade 12 or M6. The scope of my classroom research will also include independent and dependent variables. An independent variable is one that can be manipulated in order to affect the outcome of your research, such as a worksheet, for example, whereas a dependent variable represents the outcome of said research, such as an examination or a project. Let me introduce you to my conceptual framework. As advised, my sample group will include 7 students in grade 12. They took a pre-test, which was followed by our online lessons, our online teaching, and then they would take a post-test. That would also include a distance learning questionnaire, which would allow me to make a comparison of achievement. Now, my personal variables. The independent variables included my online lessons, presentations, and worksheets. My dependent variables included the student achievement and levels of satisfaction, which I gleaned from my pre and post tests and the questionnaires, which leads into my analysis of the data. The analysis process will use mean and standard deviation to compare empirical data and to synthesize my results. The benefits of my research will be to identify the challenges and obstacles of e-learning as encountered by our students, to understand and utilize the best methods and also best practice to engage and motivate learners. Also, to familiarise both students and teachers with the currently used platforms and applications that can assist in enhancing and reinforcing education during pandemics or other societal upheavals. Allow me to define my terms. Online or e-learning means students accessing educational services through the medium of technology and other electronic or digital services. A pandemic means an outbreak of a disease or something that's prevalent over a whole country or the world itself. An obstacle is something that is a hindrance or impediment to progress and achievement. Pedagogical means related to teaching, particularly the teaching of young people.